to the weekend after maybe for some of us a short week, and give you a really quick brief recap of the last couple months of activity if you consider Radiant Central Coast your home church, and also just a few exciting things that are beginning to take shape for our future. And so here's the update. Number one, really excited to start this Sunday our new series through the book of Colossians, The Supremacy of Jesus. And it's going to be really great because we're going to be doing this in harmony with our Espanol community as well. So all of us will be journeying through this amazing little 4-chapter letter from the Apostle Paul. You are going to be super pumped and blessed. I really encourage you, start reading it now. Get in the Word, read Colossians, listen to it on your audio Bible, and just start getting its message into your heart, as it will, honestly, it'll change and impact our gathering together if you're carrying the Word with you already. So be expectant for that. Number one is we're starting a new series. Number two, we, as you know, just to give you a real quick recap, we've relocated our home base here to the 5 cities in Arroyo Grande. More on this later. We have officially joined an amazing apostolic relational network called the Radiant Network. We're in process in phase 2 we're entering into phase 2 of securing our own 501c3 as a ministry. We have established a board of operations and forming a team of elders that works in conjunction with our pastoral team, which is currently myself and Pastor Raphael. So just wanted to give you, I know that's a lot. You're like, what's a network, Radiant? What are you talking about? Just very briefly, with the few minutes that we have left, I want to make this update video short. We just really want to communicate. We're not just kind of a rogue, do what we feel like, want like local church. No, even though we are non-denominational, we are totally committed to plugging into what God is doing, not just here regionally. Some of my best friends in the whole world pastor other churches here on the Central Coast. In fact, I'm in Pastor Pat Sparrow's office here at Equippers. They let me bring all of my recording gear up here. So not only connected to Equippers Church and Mercy Church, both Santa Maria and SLO, Calvary, Santa Maria. Again, this is all just relational connections. Pastor John, Pastor Connor, Pastor Luke, Pastor Terry. These are our friends, but we also wanted to connect into something that was national and growing international through a relational wineskin. And so there's actually, shout out to Patty O'Keefe. She found out there was a thing called Radiant Network before I did. Again, Radiant was just in our heart a year and a half ago that we felt like it was a word the Lord was inviting us to explore and to embody and express the radiance of God's presence, that those who look to Jesus, shame will no longer cover their face. And Jesus, through the Apostle Paul, prophesied that his church would be a radiant bride, a church prepared for his return. And so, but come to find out, there's actually an incredible network of churches that relate relationally through this amazing organization called the Radiant Network. And so what is the Radiant Network? Great question. Directly from their website, you can go explore it yourself, radiant.network. The Radiant Network is a family of churches and leaders who share similar spiritual DNA, have aligned themselves together, the common vision for growing the kingdom. The network is designed to be an apostolic covering and relational connections for pastors, a support system and logistical resource center for organizations, a catalyst for relationship, and a developer of leaders. With dozens of churches across many state lines coming together under the banner of Radiant Network, there's a palpable measure of camaraderie and momentum being built in our community of churches, pastors, and leaders. So I've gotten to connect multiple times with really, you have Pastor Lee Cummings, who is the lead pastor of Radiant Church there in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and then who I've really developed a relationship and love like a spiritual father is Pastor Sonny Mazar, who is actually coming to visit us a few days during the week next week just to be with our team and to encourage us and just be with us and develop friendship, as Michigan's a long way from California. So It's this network that we have autonomy in the sense of we are a non-denominational church, but we have chosen to enter into this relational network that just has amazing kingdom vision and values. One of the big reasons that was a selling point, not just for common vision, common values, and common just DNA, was one of the guys I look up to most in the whole world outside of my own father, Dan Bohai, is a guy called Jon Tyson. John is like, I look up to and more than almost any pastor in America or the world, whatever. And John got to minister at Radiant Church in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And he said, Chad, is the most mature, healthy, vibrant church that really he's ever ministered to. That's his own language. I don't think I'm betraying confidence. Just their commitment to prayer, to discipleship, engaging the world, the mission of Christ, culture of prayer, next generation, strategy, vision of Jesus, the main thing. And so that really carried a lot of weight for me. And we're really excited to participate in the Radiant Network. And so what is the DNA? Again, just directly from the website, a commitment to the presence of God. Without his presence, who are we? We have nothing. Theology, so this you could say is like word and spirit. Biblically based, gospel-centered, kingdom-focused, missionally minded. Engaging culture with the life-giving message of the gospel in new and creative ways. Commitment to building prayer personally and communally, like we call that the altar. And then family, that sons and daughters have mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters to run after God's vision together. So as you can see, beautiful core values to relate in this Radiant Network. So what does it mean practically, like the brass tacks for those who give time, treasure, and talent to Radiant Central Coast? This is what's super cool. It's low-hanging fruit to be a part of this network. Again, directly from the website, the Radiant Network of Churches consists of churches of various names and backgrounds who are closely connected to the vision of Radiant Church. Pastor Lee Cummings. Network churches reflect our core value structure and look to us for oversight. They benefit from open access to our resources, and also make a financial commitment of 1% of their general budget, tithes and offerings annually to support Radiant Network administration and future church planting or assistance. So as far as like structure and design, this is super doable. 1% of tithes and offerings. It's such a low fee to participate in something bigger than just our own local church. And again, as you think about, as we're just really replanting and being reestablished as a church community, we thought it was important to just reach out and have relationships with others beyond, again, our close friends here regionally, which I rely on more than anything. Obviously, outside of Jesus, the Word, the Holy Spirit, and our team at Radiant. But we are covered, we are connected. In addition to the Radiant Network, my dad's coming here at the middle to end of February. My dad really serves as a father, not just to me, literally, as his son, but increasingly to our church community. I'm super excited for him to come and deposit something fresh here in the new year. As well as partnerships and friendships. As many of you know, we're committed to building altars here locally, regionally, and there's beautiful relationship with other churches around the country geographically that we are connected to in relationship with. And so as you think about Radiant Central Coast, know that we are not just an island unto ourselves. We are under the lordship of Jesus, his word and his spirit. We're submitted to each other. We're following the Good Shepherd as he leads us in and leads us out. As his sons and daughters and as disciples and apprentices of him and his kingdom coming on earth as it is in heaven. So 10 minutes or less, there's your update. Again, don't forget, join us. We're at the community center. I don't have the address memorized by heart. Here it is again. You can screenshot it. It's all over our website as well. 211 Vernon Street, right off the freeway for those of you who come from anywhere from San Luis, Santa Maria, Nipomo, and obviously here in the 5 cities. But come hungry, come prayed up. Our English service starts at 9:30. Try to get there at 9 so we could have a beautiful time of pre-service prayer and just pressing in to Jesus. And come read Colossians between now and then. Come hungry. come expectant for Jesus to meet with us. And just to give you one last testimony, we had just a beautiful staff meeting today, dreaming about this first quarter, January, February, March, especially, and then obviously the second week of April being Easter, but really excited about some things we're going to unroll with prayer, community groups, men's ministry, just like men getting in the Word, getting real, honest, and authentic, and being empowered and inspired to be the men that God's called us to be after His heart, and being formed in the image of Jesus. So love you guys. That's enough for now. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, reach out to me, chad@radiantcentralcoast.com. It's all over our website again. Love to hear from you. And any way we can get you more plugged into the life of our local church as we're being reestablished, please let me know. Let us know. And we'd love to help be a part of plugging you in. That's all for now. We'll see you guys on Sunday, 9:30 English, 11 o'clock Spanish. We'll see